we are good. Uh,
Hmm.
so this wasn't like a thing I was gonna bring up because it's not like a big
Hmm.
story because it's just Nexus mods being Nexus mods
Hmm.
again, but it's something that kind of got brought up on my radar, which was I guess there was a mod for Oblivion, which basically turned the body
Hmm.
type option A and B
Hmm.
to male and
That one, yeah.
female, and the Nexus
Hmm.
mods, it was up for a bit, and the
You
Nexus
know.
mods removed it because of
Yep.
breaking the guidelines of the site. Now, look, okay,
Nexus mod being Nexus mods.
let me just say this, right? I don't really have a dog in this fight. I don't care if you want to change something that minuscule. I don't care. That's not the point.
Hmm.
The point is, Nexus mods, my dudes. If you're watching, if you guys are going to take a step, if you guys are going to have these weird moments of like ideology, then just be that. Just say it. Like there's nothing wrong. Like here's the thing. They're like, "Oh, we don't have a stance politically. We're not like that." But then like there was the Spider-Man game where they
Hmm.
removed, or the mod removed all the pride flags out the game. And then Nexus mods took that down. Mod took that down, claiming it was hate
Yep.
speech, which I don't think it is. Like generally speaking, I don't think that removing something is hate speech by
Hmm.
default. I don't think that's not hate speech. Like the absence of something is not hate. Right? Like something not being there is not hate.
Hmm. I
Adding
think they're probably
something that's
arguing.
hateful
They're
is
probably
hate.
they're probably arguing in terms of, yeah, you're actively removing it. But yeah,
I mean, okay. Did you
it's.
ask the people why they're doing it? I'd like to know if they asked.
Hmm.
Did you ask them like, hey, why is this mod like?
Hmm.
Look, if this is a morality thing, all right. If this is like them
Hmm.
trying to claim a morality thing here, Nexus mod, y'all really need to chill out with that shit. I know what mod you have on your fucking website. All right, there's a reason you guys
Hmm.
are called Gooner
Hmm.
Nexus for a fucking reason. like,
Yeah.
like you don't get to claim morality when I see more tits and ass on your website than a porn site. Give me a fucking break. And again,
Hmm.
I don't really care like either way. Like I'm kind of with some ordinary gamers on this.
Hmm.
I wouldn't be motivated enough to go through the hassle of trying to keep a mod like that updated every time the game gets patched just to change just to change one dialogue box at the very start of the game
Hmm.
that you only see for like 10
Yeah.
seconds.
Once every character create.
Yeah, what like 10 seconds. I'm not here to pass judgment on people who
Yeah.
install it. That's
Mm.
not what I'm here to do. I'm simply saying that as a site, I feel like that's really kind of like weird
Hmm.
to like
Yeah.
you have guidelines, you have rules.
Hmm.
The mod doesn't break any rules, yet you
No.
removed it. So and then they put it up and then they gave the like, well, we understand this mod's controversial. Is it? Is it?
Hmm.
Is it? Is it? Like
Some people think. Some people say it is.
is it? Is the mod controversial, or are you making this controversial? Because I don't care.
Mm.
Like, I don't think most people care. Like, okay,
Yeah.
aside from like some loud streamers on like Twitch, most people don't care what the
Yeah.
box
It's
says for male and female, type 1, type 2. Nobody really gives a shit. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think.
it's mostly a loud pocket on this side and a loud pocket on the other side, which is pretty small. Other than that,
And
most
again, and you want to know why
don't
I
give
even know?
much of it.
Do you want to know
Mm-hmm.
why I even give a shit? You want to know why I even know about this
Mm-hmm.
story? Because Nexus mod
Mm-hmm.
decided to remove the mod. I
Yeah.
would never have cared about this fucking mod if Nexus mod
I would
had
never have known
decided
about it either.
if Nexus mod didn't
Yeah.
fucking pull a Streisand and remove it.
Mm.
Like,
I never
why?
would have known with either mod. The Spider-Man one and the Oblivion one. Wouldn't have known about either. But just because they removed it.
Yeah. When you that's the second you draw attention to it, guess what? Now
Mm.
it also doesn't help that the Oblivion one got like the gaming press to write stories on it because
Yeah, well, obviously.
they removed it, and
Mm.
every single rag website had to write something about it. They gotta get their
Naturally.
they gotta get their
Gotta
clicks
get the
somehow.
clicks. Mm.
And you know what? Play the game.
Yeah.
Like
Mm.
Make your money. Make your money. That's all I can say. Make your money. If that's how you go get down,
Play the
that's how you.
game. Even despite the change, no one in the game is gonna address you as Type A or Type B, or Type 1 or Type 2.
No, that doesn't even.
See, that's the funny thing.
Crazy part.
It's just a completely stupid change that's completely irrelevant.
Like, that's the crazy part. Is like, this doesn't matter. It does not. Okay, but I know what the counter argument is that if it doesn't matter, all right, if it genuinely doesn't matter, then then why change it, right?
Which is exactly why being concerned about changing it back is absolutely stupid. I mean, as in, why care about the mod? It's just such a stupid thing. It doesn't matter. So why do you care?
The argument in either direction is ridiculous and stupid, no matter how you look at it. It's actually
absolutely.
It blows my mind. I brought this up just because I thought it was I thought it was silly, and I don't really have a dog in that. As you know, a lot of stuff that happens on the internet, I don't always have a dog in. I kind of just sit on the sidelines and watch the stupidity play out. But what I do have a dog in is a physical copy of a game that I got in the mail not too long ago.
Which one was that this time?
Rita's Rewind.
Cool.
They did a physical version.
Did you play that one?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They had updated it shortly after launch. So if you played it at launch, the game is much better now. The game was a little rough at launch. It wasn't. It didn't. It's not that it played bad. It's just that they didn't do a very good job at balancing some of the game. So like some of the sections were like unnecessarily hard. Some of the
difficulty spikes and
some of the ability, the way the game kind of played or just didn't always feel right. It felt a little sluggish at times, especially for like a beat 'em up. I don't know if you know this, but a beat 'em up probably shouldn't be feeling sluggish. It's not really a.
Yeah, usually shouldn't unless that's part of the design.
Not really what you go for. So it's better now, and they also it's a much better game, I think, now.
Okay.
But I mostly just wanted a physical copy of a Power Rangers game in the year 2025. I'm gonna be honest with you, as a Power Rangers.
You ever say that?
Yeah, as a Power Rangers, as an OG Power Rangers diehard, like having a piece of it, and it's also not from limited run, which by default makes me want.
That's several pluses.
All right, they had a date for it to come out on Atari's website, and guess what? I got it in or around the date it was supposed to come out. Who would have thought? Having a launch date.
Novelty.
There was the Persona 3 that like a limited run did, the Persona 3 portable collector's edition. It had like the plastic gun and all that stuff.
The portable one, okay, that's been a while back then. Okay.
For the Switch, it was for like the Switch when they released them on the current.
Oh, so the reload one.
Yeah, yeah. And it took them like a year before those editions got sent out, like a straight year. And I talked about this when Jennifer was on the show. I'm like, I just don't see the value in a website where I order something and there's a very strong chance I'm going to get it in the mail and go, what?
When did I order this?
Yeah.
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I don't see the appeal in that. Like, I understand that stuff takes time to make.
Bit of a problem there.
I'm not arguing that like production costs and like time, it takes time to do that stuff. I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying that like when I pre-order a game, right, I assume that the game, like, they have a date usually. The game is like slated to come out, right? Like yeah, some games are on Amazon that say like December 31st, 2025, right?
Yeah.
But we know that's
placeholders.
Yeah, we know that's a placeholder. But when like Limited Run does it, they're just like pre-order now. When's the date? We don't know.
Yeah. What was it with Limited Run? Don't they do it like only as soon as they have X amount of orders? Do they make a run or something like that?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't think that's how they do it. I
Okay.
haven't really ordered from them, so I'm not 100% sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really
Okay.
buy. I don't really
But,
buy. And I didn't buy into the concept. And with the last few things that
mm-hmm.
we've covered with them, I'm not. I'm not ordering from them. So I'm just.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
Yep.
not. I'm just not
Makes
going
sense.
to. Sorry.
Yep. And I've never ordered with them either yet, so that's fine. I'm just not sure if it was something like that because I have something like that from in the back of my head, but it might be from another site because there are
Like the
other limited
closest. The only time I
stuff
might
that
not be
has.
that
Mm-hmm.
miffed about something not having a set release date, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is like physical hardware, right? If
Mm-hmm.
a piece of physical hardware is like we're releasing Q4 of this year, okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, that's okay. Like
Yeah.
I can
I
swing
mean,
that, right? Because
mm-hmm.
hardware is different than like a piece of like than like a game and like some
Mm.
tchotchkes. I think at least, right? Like an actual physical piece of
I
hardware.
mean, it's a bit more complex to do, but that's pretty
Or
much where I'd see the difference. I mean, it's depending on the hardware, I'd say. If it's a whole console or something, then obviously it's much more difficult to get that made. It's a more complex process, takes a lot of more time, just the
okay,
production and all that. But
because that's
in
as far as
general, I don't know. As long as it's a physical product, I'd say if you're not new in the field, you should know the process and be able to set a date.
yeah, limited run. You're not
And
new.
I think they've been in that field long enough.
Way too
I'd
long.
say,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
far too long.
hmm
I don't really have much
And there's
else.
been,
Oh,
and
sorry.
speaking of hardware, there's been another company that managed to get their things out on time
Oh,
to get to the people. Unless, of course, the courier who's supposed to ship it to the people fucks up. Because that's what happened to a friend of mine.
oh,
They were uh, they were on strike. They are on strike currently, so some stuff got delayed. But
yikes. Oh,
I did
well,
get a package which had this thing in
yeah.
it
Ah, I
inside.
see. I see. I
Yep.
see. I was actually thinking about that the last couple days, the last like day or
hmm
so. I was like,
Yep.
CD hasn't said anything about it in the chat yet.
hmm Yep. It's here. It's set
Hmm.
up. Transferring from one to two went flawlessly.
Oh,
No
okay.
problem there.
I'd hope not.
And it's working fine. Yeah.
I don't usually like. I admit I haven't
hmm
usually gone through the process of like moving my stuff from one thing to another.
hmm
I usually just get it and just start up, just fresh start because I don't really.
hmm
I don't usually have
Yeah.
too much I care that much about. Like, I will
hmm
admit, with when I went from the PS4 to PS5, I talked about this before.
hmm
I was working on Persona 5, and I got my PS5
hmm
and just like forgot about my PS4. I had already traded it off. Problem was, is that I
hmm
assumed that my save for Persona 5 was updated into the cloud at some point
Ah,
during
right.
all this. I just
hmm
assumed it was automatic and had been done. It had not been done, in fact.
hmm
I had to start
Whoops.
over. I had to flat out start over.
Whoops.
Yeah, really great move there,
That's
McFly.
fun.
Really
Mm.
great, really great move.
Mm.
Love that for
Yeah.
me. Love it. But other
mm.
than that,
hmm
I don't have much else to bring up because I haven't really been doing too much special lately.
hmm
Aside from like catching up on some, aside from like blasting through some content in Final Fantasy 14 in my spare time,
Ah,
uh, I've been putting a lot more hours into that
neat.
now that I have in the last like
Uh-huh.
year for obvious reasons.
Ah.
Not being sick kind of helps.
Mm.
So I got through the
A little
expansion.
bit. Little bit.
So I'm just about done with
Yeah, that
Berseria. I
definitely
think
helps.
I only have a couple more segments left. And I'm done. Like a
Ah,
couple more
cool.
areas left,
Very
and
cool.
I'm done. I I'm I'm tempted. There's one of these special enemies you can run into that you like the red alert, the code red demons you run into,
The red
and
enemies,
I'm
yeah.
and I'm I'm tempted to drop the difficulty just to beat this one in particular, just this
Ah.
one because he has a fucking gimmick and I don't want to commit to doing it because it's fucking silly.
Oh.
His gimmick is he reflects everything but magic.
Ah, okay.
Like everything that you do that's magic,
Interesting.
it is basically just ineffective. Not, I don't mean like low damage. I just mean like ineffective. Like yeah, like either it does nothing or you take damage.
I was about to ask, do you mean really reflect as in it just says nope and you get the damage? Is it 1-to-1 damage that you
No,
get
it's not.
then?
It's not.
Or...
It's not 1-to-1 damage.
Okay.
Elsewise, I'd be dead in a combo.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I'd be dead in like a combo. That shit would not fly if it was 1-to-1. Oh god.
Okay, so it doesn't block you essentially after with a at a hit and reflects the damage, but it just happens automatically while you damage it. Okay, that's yeah. You have to be careful then. Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, I found this out because I looked it up because I was trying. Okay, all right. So I haven't really looked stuff up for Berseria, generally speaking. Right. I don't do it. I just kind of like play the game. I look this up. The only reason I looked up this enemy was because the map was telling me it was in one place, but I was standing where it should be and it wasn't there. Turns out it was an elevation problem because Berseria's map doesn't always do a great job with elevation. So I was in the place where it was supposed to be, but it turns out it was below me. So you know that funny thing that video games do sometimes. So I was looking it up to try to figure out where the fuck this enemy was, and then I found out like, oh, okay. So if I do this, I've got these. Turns out he only reflects the magic damage on normal, on like intermediate, like no, on normal and higher. So if you drop it lower, he stops reflecting the damage. And I'm like, I don't want to commit to this stupid game plan with this fucking thing. I don't want to use magic, man. I've gotten so good at just ass blasting everything I fight. I don't want to do it. I'm probably going to have to. I'm just going to have to load my team up with a few magic users and pick fucking Fee and just... I might just have to kite them. I'll just have to kite them. Have a whole group of magic users and just kite them around the field and let my magic users deal with them. It might be the best option. Just sit there and just let them wail on me and heal myself once in a while. Not the first time I've cheesed out a boss, that's for sure. But, you know... I wanna clear the list. I'm devoted now. I'm almost done. I'm not gonna not do it. So that's all I can say. Anyways, that's all I have for these last 2 weeks. It's been a very interesting 2 weeks, to say the least. Been good. Been good. Proud of myself.
Very good. Yeah, personally, I've been besides before Thursday. That time frame, I've been mainly continuing playing idle games and working on my own there. And then on Thursday, the package came. I set it up. Transferring from one system on the other is pretty simple. You just follow a few steps, connect both consoles to power, and transfer stuff over from one system to the other. It's near-field communication, so you just let them lie next to each other and it does its thing. Most things get downloaded again anyway, like all the installed games, it re-downloads from the shop.
Okay.
That works fine. So if you have a lot of games on the original and don't want to re-download them all, just archive them beforehand.
Yeah, yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's going to be a chore.
And games-wise, I haven't bought any of the launch titles of the main ones on the retail front yet, because most don't interest me currently, and the one that interests me It's probably going coming to PC sooner or later. The Bravely Default remaster
Ah, okay.
is my guess that it's gonna come out on Steam as well, since 2 was also there. And but I did get one launch title that's more of an it's I'd say it's more of an indie title. It's a smaller studio. It's called Fast Fusion. It's the newest part of a series, which is essentially an F-Zero slash Wipeout like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can
Really,
dig
a
that.
really fun one. It's quite a fun one. You have well, essentially you have your regular speed speedsters and just like in F-Zero or in Wipeout, but what you can do is the unlocked ones you can fuse with each other to make a better one, depending on the stats, and use that. It gets a bit of a new look, and you pay a little bit of money from what you earn in the game to fuse them, and then you can use that. And from then on, your selection of those two previous ones is gone, and you can only use the new one, but you can cancel that out again. And so far, it's been pretty fun. I've done the first few cups, the novice ones. They're they're quite nice. That's a recommend from me if you're into that kind of game. The developer, I looked up the name of the developer. It's Shinen Multimedia, and at the time when I looked it up, I thought, okay, I read that name. Okay. I looked into the entry on Wikipedia. It's a German independent video game developer. Did not expect that from the name. That's fine.
It's like, that's a developer name.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Yep.
would not have pegged them for that. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They've been around since the Game Boy Color times.
Oh, wow.
They've made back then the Iridion games, the Nanostray, stuff like that. Fast Racing League, Nano Assault. So most of their known titles are either stuff like 3D shooters, shmups, or more recently the racing games. And they're pretty good. Especially technically. On the tech levels, they're really good. Since they're before they made the development stage, they've been part of the demo scene at the time, which makes sense that they're very technically inclined.
Yeah, if you're doing demos, you're. Well, for what period of time were they
Demo
doing them?
scene back in the time, demos were essentially tech demos, which
Okay,
you had on the
that's
Atari, Amiga, and stuff like that.
that's why I was trying to. I was like, I thought demos
Hmm.
and the idea of
Not game
demos.
demos, not
Yeah,
like
the
that.
ideas of demos
Yeah,
that I'm thinking of
it's
were not what you were describing. So
yeah, demonstrations, like
yeah,
what
fair
kind
enough.
of technical wizardry they can do on the systems, even if the
Yeah.
systems themselves are rather limited, especially back at the time, those 8-bit and 16-bit computers.
All right.
Yeah,
Um.
that's been, and
Okay.
obviously the last few days I've been watching quite a few announcements.
I was going to say it has been a
Hmm.
busy few days
Oh
of
yeah.
game announcements.
Hmm.
Um, because I have the attention span of a
Squirrel.
yeah. Well, no. Well, I don't want to say no, but that feels really insulting. I don't want to be. I don't want to accept an insult. Lot. I don't want to accept an insult. So
I mean, you probably
no.
wanted something that has a really short attention span, and I didn't
Yeah,
want to
it's
say
I.
goldfish.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure. You didn't call me. Okay. You know what? Fair. I'll take it. I'll take it. A squirrel on pixie sticks. How about that? We'll just
All right, you said it.
yeah, I did. I said it. A squirrel on pixie sticks. That's what I'm going to go with. So state of play was the first one, and I'm just going
Yep,
to talk
that
about
picked
the
it up.
things that caught my attention,
Mm-hmm.
and
All
then
right.
a thing that caught a YouTuber that me and you both enjoy watching attention
Mm-hmm.
because his
Yep.
reaction was downright hilarious. His reaction was downright hilarious.
As his
Uh,
reactions like that usually are.
so couple things from the PlayStation State of Play that I'm excited
Mm-hmm.
for, or just that caught my attention. One, Final
Mm-hmm.
Fantasy Tactics is back. Everybody, they're bringing it back,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yep.
sucks. It sucks. It sucks so hard. Let me explain to you why it sucks. CD, I have 15 videos of Final Fantasy Tactics in the can
Mm-hmm.
right now of the OG, and they just now announced this shit. God damn it! I have 15 videos in the can right now. Ugh.
You know, something like this happened to another YouTuber as well, but with a different game.
Mm.
Pikoskia, a British YouTuber, just started his Dawn of War Let's Play.
Uh-huh.
And just then they announced the Dawn of War remake or remaster.
So annoying, man. It's so fucking annoying. I swear to God. Bro, I'm so pissed. I'm like, bro, I got everything I need. I'll be getting my
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation FPGA clone later this year, and then I can just
Mm-hmm.
continue my save that I've been doing from emulator on that. It's gonna be fantastic. And then they announced this shit, and I'm like, fuck.
I
Ugh,
mean,
sucks.
you can now do a classic versus new
That is
version
true.
comparison.
I can do that. I now have the option. I'm just more annoyed that I didn't think I would have to deal
That
with
it happened like this, yeah.
yeah, that it happened. I wasn't expecting this. This wasn't on my list of
Mhm.
shit I'd expect. People have been talking about a Tactics
Ye-
remaster
It's been in
for
the talks for I don't know how long, so yeah,
yeah,
it
like
they took their sweet time.
me and you are both in the RPG scene. You know that when
Hmm.
I say that people have been like rumoring about a Tactics
Yep,
remaster for like a
they've been clamoring
decade.
for it.
For like
Hmm.
a decade. So yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm a little bit taken aback that they just magically decided to drop a Tactics remaster on me. Was not on my list of things I was expecting, but guess what, motherfucker? I'm buying it, so it's mine now. I don't think I need to tell you that I was going to buy it. I feel like you
Yep.
already knew I was going to buy it, but I'm telling you I'm
The
going to
instant
buy
I saw the announcement.
it. Okay, just chill out. Not that quickly, Jesus. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater or Metal Gear Solid Delta.
The
That was
Delta, the newest announcement, yeah.
that looks really good. I don't know if I'll pick it up, but it just looks really like for them taking Snake Eater. As much as some
Hmm.
people have complained that they're using the original voice work from like the PS2 version or whatever the original
Hmm.
version is, it still looks really good. Like
Hmm.
gotta be honest, it still looks they look like they've done a really good job at like just updating it entirely. Looks so good. Not sure if it'll be something I ever
Hmm.
pick up, or if I do, I'll pick it up on sale. Because let's face it, it's going to go on sale eventually. it'll,
Oh yeah, naturally.
go, it'll go on sale eventually, so I know I can get it regardless.
Hmm.
But it does look cool. Something else that got announced, which I want to talk
Hmm.
about, Mortal Kombat Legacy
Hmm.
Collection.
Yep.
So many Mortal Kombat games, and with rollback netcode, guys,
Yeah, that was nice.
guys,
At
guys.
Digital Eclipse, they're doing good work.
Oh man, they're just out here just doing it. Just out here
Hmm.
just saying, yeah, we don't have that yet. Yeah, why not? Why not just put all the Mortal Kombat games together?
Exactly. Why not yet? Why didn't we have this yet?
Actually, fuck, you have a shit. You're did we not? Did we not really ever have?
Not a collection like this. Not anywhere close, I think. They have
Oh,
some of their old Mortal Kombat games on digital stores, but that's just the original, so
oh,
no
okay.
changes at all. And
Oh, well, shit. Okay, okay.
that's the
The
thing. Those
next one.
old titles
Yeah,
didn't get
they're
much
not
love.
really they're not really out there for you to play unless you like buy them separately on like a digital store or like you own like original versions of them, and
Mm.
that's not exactly entirely feasible for people to do. So
And that's
so
not all that great, especially since the old games were the old DOS titles. If you want them on PC, for example, it's quite old.
yeah, very old. So Sean Murray, and they had an announcement. They had
Mhm.
like a thing during the state of play, and apparently for
Mhm.
the last year they've had a secret room hiding some deaf kids.
Ah.
for, for the last year, we've had this little secret room hiding some deaf kids. Apparently, their auto-generated captions came up with that, and people lost their mind at the captions. So Sean Murray's Twitter was like, ignore the auto-generated captions. We did not have a secret room hiding deaf kids. Nintendo never once sent us deaf kids. We were hiding deaf
explains
kids. Dev kits.
explains so much about how we're getting all these free updates constantly.
He told on himself. You told on yourself. Ooh, you told on yourself.
No, the AI told on him.
Yeah, told on you. Jesus. Basically what this was announcing was that no more No Man's
No
Sky
Man's Sky.
is getting a Switch 2 edition. Obviously,
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Although
be. I'd be.
obviously that was not announced at the State of Play.
Well, I saw the thing got posted around the
Mhm.
same time as the state of play, so I assume that those. Now that I think about it, that was a stupid thing for me to assume. But then again, No Man's Sky is also like associated with Sony, anyways, to some degree. So that's probably why.
Yeah,
Probably why I
naturally, it was a
associated with it.
yeah. They originally launched it there as well, and I think didn't they publish it on? I think on PlayStation, Sony published it. That might be possible. That might be why that's associated. Let's see, publisher. Yeah, probably that. But yeah, in any
So
case,
can I talk about something real quick before we go any further?
mhm.
Can I
Yeah, sure.
talk about like the stupidity that I find with these collector's editions that get made that have a bunch of chalk
Mhm.
skis in them but no games? That like does not have the game in them?
Oh, collector's editions like that. Yeah, that's
Um,
meh.
I'm bringing I don't bring this up for no reason. Believe it or not, I bring this up
Mhm.
for a reason. Believe me, I
Mhm.
don't just talk out my ass often.
Mhm.
I bring it up because Tactics is getting one.
Mhm. Yeah, the collection itself looked pretty neat, I have to say.
It's just a bunch of tchotchkes with no game. But the thing is, and this is the
Mhm.
thing about anything that the Square does directly off the Square store. Guess how much
Mhm.
that is? That collector's box I just posted. Guess how much that is? Just
Hmm.
just guess. Just
Collector's boxes usually around $100 or something like that.
225.
225. This thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 225.
Interesting. Huh. Hmm.
225. Which is the point I always make about the stuff that these Square stuff that comes out their store. I always feel like you're
Hmm.
paying way more than you probably need to for their stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's the Square Store Premium. Maybe that might be it. It's
I
the
don't
Square
know
Store Premium.
because the picture doesn't make these things look very big and interesting. I guess it depends on the size of the thing and the figure itself. I have no idea how good that is.
Yeah, it
But
depends.
yeah,
I don't
that
know.
seems a bit costly.
Yeah, that's like I
I
said. It's
I
a
would have
little.
gone with 150 at most. I would have said would be okay still, depending, because
Yeah,
collectors editions usually aren't in high print numbers.
yeah. And look. I'm not saying collector's editions
Yeah,
should be cheap. I'm not saying
225.
that. I
Yeah,
acknowledge that
that's
collector's
hmm
editions. should
Yeah.
cost more. Like I'm not
Mm-hmm.
silly. I understand that
Mm-hmm.
concept. But
Yeah.
I just feel like if you're selling it to me and the game's not even in it
Mm-hmm.
at
Yeah,
220
that's
at
especially in
two,
that in yeah, especially counting that. That's a bit. Whew.
and I
I
will
think the
have
game
a
is what was it, 50 or something?
yeah, and I will
I think
have
the
a
game was 50.
picture of the collector's edition on screen right now for those of you watching the
Uh-huh.
video version, so you guys can see what we're
Okay.
talking about. Also,
Mm-hmm.
Digimon Story Time Stranger was also a thing that got announced during the state of
Mm-hmm.
play. God, man, these Digimon
I think that
RPGs.
wasn't newly announced. I think that was just an update. I think
It
they
was
announced
shown.
that
It was shown, and I
in
just
a
it
in a
because it
past
was
event. Mm-hmm.
because it was shown. I just wanted to bring it up. I just wanted
Yeah,
to say something. You know,
it certainly does look good in terms
it
of
it
the
it.
last few Digimon games. What was it? The Cyber Sleuth
Yeah, the
stuff.
Cyber
I
Sleuth
think those
games were
are
really
similar.
good.
Mm-hmm.
I know Survive is the redheaded stepchild of the
Mm-hmm.
franchise, but I enjoyed their take on Digimon
Mm-hmm.
entirely, like because it
Mm-hmm.
the world was a world where the idea of Digimon was not a thing, and these kids had to deal with Digimon. Like Digimon were not like a
Mm-hmm.
pre-established thing within this continuity. So the people,
Okay, that's
and
interesting.
it's interesting because like they meet a Digimon, like they meet Agumon, right? And he's like, okay, what
Mm-hmm.
are you? He's like, I'm Agumon. He's like, okay, what is an Agumon? He's like,
Mm-hmm.
Agumon, right? Like they don't have a
Yeah,
name
I mean,
for them in
yeah,
a general like if you think about it, like we call ourselves
they
humans. Like that might be a little odd to have like an overall encompassing title. So they don't have that. They're just
yeah,
like no, it's Amagu.
but but probably if you'd go back in time far enough, you'd ask someone, "What are you?" Um,
What?
I'm me.
Yeah,
But what are you?
me.
Me.
Yeah, yeah. What the fuck you mean?
The
I'm
fuck you
me.
mean?
The fuck does that even mean, dude? Chill out. Also, I don't know if
Do you
this was
want me to
announced
take
at.
this? Do you want to take this pitchfork and stab you with it if you're asking these dumb questions?
Let me see. I think that was everything for the state of play that caught my eye. Was there anything at the state of play specifically for you? I don't think there was anything for me though. But that
uh,
was.
for me, there was Bloodstained,
Oh,
definitely
okay.
the new Igavania game. So
Mm.
more more classic Castlevania, more or less. Well, classic and quote unquote. That's definitely always a good thing. Um, for me, let's see. Um, for our mutual friend Neo 3 is gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah, Neo 3. I
But
forgot about that one. I have Neo 1 and 2 remastered on
besides
PS5.
that,
I need to actually start up. Whoops.
mm-hmm. I think a lot of people are gonna be looking forward to the 007 game, but yeah, that's not exactly my space. But besides that, no, there was only just the final announcement there for our mutual friend.
Oh, right. Our the
Our
YouTuber,
mutual
right.
streamer,
Yeah, our
quote
usual
unquote friend.
streamer. Yeah. They announced a fighting game, which I never expected. Marvel
I
Tokon
think
Fighting
hardly anyone.
Souls, and
Hmm.
it is made by
Arc System Works.
Arc System Works. So by default, that's
Hmm.
already awesome. I mean, Arc Systems handling almost anything is an amazing is pretty awesome. It's a Marvel
Hmm.
fighting game, 4-on-4, with like tag in mechanics with like friends and stuff. So you can have like 8 people, 4 people on each team, and that
Hmm.
sounds amazing. I You know what? This has been something that Max has
Hmm.
talked about in the past about maybe there just being a standalone Marvel fighting game at some point. You
Hmm.
know, like someone doing a standalone Marvel fighting game. I don't think he expected Arc System Works to be fucking doing it. I certainly
And
didn't.
going by the reaction, he certainly didn't.
I wasn't expecting Arc System Works
Mm,
to do it. And one of
yeah.
my friends brought up a really good point. Okay, I'll be honest, it does look kind of sick. I also trust Arc System Works with my kids' life. With my kids. They have a good track record of not letting me down. Also, they can teach my kids how to Roman cancel. So yeah,
And
I'm
I
all
th-
in.
I'm not sure if that's confirmed, but I think I've seen something from Max on Twitter about this that in contrast to, for example, MVC, it's not each character has his own health bar, but it's a team health bar,
Oh, okay. Okay.
apparently.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm down with that.
Mm. It's gonna certainly be interesting how this turns out because it looked great, that's for sure. But it certainly is gonna be interesting to see how they manage all that. But I mean, they're kind of experts at that, so
Yeah,
I'm sure it's
no,
gonna be
no,
fine.
I don't believe they don't put faith in companies, but I feel like Arc System Works hasn't really missed. I mean, yeah, I may not
Uh-huh.
have enjoyed Strive. I don't deny that. I did not personally enjoy
Hmm.
Strive, but I think one miss with me personally doesn't discount them as a whole.
Yeah.
You know,
And this one
so
is gonna certainly be different than Strive, I'm
yeah,
pretty
so
sure.
we have the Summer Games Fest, which I is that still going?
Yes.
That's still going, right?
Yeah, it's a multi-day event.
So
There's gonna be an
I only
Xbox showcase. I think that's currently running now. But they
I
had
only
the
have a
Summer
list.
Games Fest. Summer Games Fest. What could you say? It's sort of like an opening night live with Gamescom. They
So
had
I will
that. They
say
have Day of the Devs. They have Future Game Show. They have the PC Game Show. Whatever else. It's
so
a load of streams.
I have a list of some things that got
Mm-hmm.
announced so far.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like as of like
Mm-hmm.
I guess yesterday afternoon, June 6th. Was that today June 6th? Yeah. No, that was Friday. What the
Uh,
fuck? June 6th was
Friday was
Friday.
June 6th, and that was when the stream was.
Okay, okay. I'm not losing my mind then. Fantastic.
Mhm.
I was time had eluded
Since
me.
then, there have been more streams and more announcements, but I
So I
mainly
guess
watched that one.
I'll talk about something I just noticed had got announced.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't.
Huh?
Again, I only see a lot of these trailers
Mm-hmm.
if they end up on my front page on YouTube for whatever fucking reason. So
Mm-hmm.
9 times out of 10, I gotta go out of my way to fucking find the shit. And that
Mm-hmm.
is Persona 4. Basically, they're doing Persona 4 the same way they did Persona 3 Reload. Like
Mm-hmm. Oh, did they officially announce that? Okay.
it doesn't have a
Because
release date. It doesn't have a release date, but it has a trailer.
uh-huh.
It's so they're
Okay.
giving Persona
Because
4 the
I only saw that they mistakenly put something on Twitter for that.
no. There's a
Someone
trailer.
from Atlas. Okay, cool. If that's now official, cool. Because at first, a few days ago, it was at someone at Atlas put something on Twitter by mistake, which essentially spoiled that.
No, I'm looking at the video on
All right,
YouTube
cool.
right now. Persona
All
4
right.
Revival.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. All right.
I'm kind of okay with that.
Cool.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, it's fine.
so that got announced. Also, we
Mhm.
got a Resident Evil 9 was officially revealed as Resident
Yep.
Evil
After a
Requiem.
fake out. After a short fake out. Because what they did was at the event, they had the actress for what was her name? The big vampire lady in
Oh,
Village.
Demi something.
Yeah,
Can't
exactly.
pronounce her name.
Yeah, Dimitrescu or something, I think. And her actress did a short speech and a short happy birthday, and then gave it over to the creator of the games, and he had a special announcement, and he said something about We're working on it. It's just a short while, just a blink of an eye, and then we'll be ready for the 30th anniversary. So we'll have something for you when it's closer to the anniversary. And then there was some part of the show left, and then after that they made that reveal
Ah,
trailer. A little bit of a fake out there, but nicely done.
that's fiendish. I don't appreciate that. That's fiendish. The Lies of P. This is something my friends are looking forward to. The Lies
Oh
of
yeah.
P overture
Hmm.
was
Yep.
released. Like they showed it,
Yeah,
and
Shadow dropped.
it was shadow dropped.
Hmm.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I love it when devs are just like, hey, we're showing this game off, and guess what, fuckers? You can
Hmm.
play it.
Yep.
It's
It's
here
available
now.
right now.
It's
Ta-da.
available for you to play right now. What's
Hmm.
her-
Yep.
There's a hit.
The
They announced a Hitman World of Assassination
hmm
exclusive target, Mads Mikkelsen.
Yep, in his role from Casino Royale, the James Bond movie,
That is
just to tide
amazing.
people over to the game. Which, yeah,
Wait,
that's really nice. Hmm.
Hitman is in the Hitman is canon to the 007 universe now.
Or the other way around. Or the other
Double.
way around, essentially. Mads
Now,
Mikkelsen as a character is canon to Hitman, I guess.
now I
So
now
technically James Bond would be as well.
well, since IO is doing the 007 game,
Yep.
I expect there to be a Hitman mission where you have to try to take out James Bond. But it needs to
I
be.
mean, everything's possible at this point, but it's probably the more likely would probably be a team up.
Mm, yeah, it probably would be a team up.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if there would be some Easter egg in the James Bond game, a Hitman related Easter egg.
So there was something announced from
Hmm.
the devs of Yakuza. I can never pronounce their
Ah,
actual
yes.
studio name. I can't pronounce it. I'm not gonna try.
RGG. Just
Yeah,
say RGG
RGG.
Studio.
I'm at. Y'all know I got nothing but love for these devs, and I have watched this trailer 6 times
Mhm.
trying to like wrap my head around what the fuck I'm watching. Stranger Than Heaven, and I'm not sure
Yep.
what. I feel like, given the end of the trailer, I
Mhm.
can't tell if this is taking place in the
It's
past.
1943.
Okay, so I feel like the main dude who starts talking
Hmm.
Japanese at the very end of the trailer when he's like
Hmm.
I feel like he might be a Dojima or someone of that family.
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
The
I
interesting thing is, when they originally revealed this, they said something about 1914 or 1915 or something.
mhm.
So either they decided to change the time, or this could be a multi-time thing.
Oh, I like
Mhm.
that. I like that. I like
Yep.
that. Also, something else that got I don't think this was show. I don't think this was announced at
Mhm.
at the Game Fest. I think this was already something that
Mhm.
was announced. That they just showed more off because I feel like I've heard about this long. I think I heard about this beforehand, which is
Mhm.
Sonic Racing Crossworlds.
Yep. Yeah, they announced that before. They just showed more characters in this one.
Can I just say that in the
Mhm.
year 2025 of our Lord, seeing a
Mhm.
trailer with Hatsune Miku, Ichiban Kasuga, Joker,
And
and
Joker.
Minecraft Steve in the same fucking thing is a goddamn trip. I can't. I'm not ready for that. That is insane to me.
Sonic Racing Crossworlds, these Smash Brothers of
Of
racing games.
that is insane to me. I can't deal with that. Seeing each don't like okay. The crazy thing is Ichiban doing kart racing isn't even
Mhm.
like new.
It's not the
Like a
strangest thing
dragon,
he did.
like a dragon. There's a whole kart racing
Mhm.
game in it for
Hmm.
whatever reason. So That
I
doesn't
mean,
even surprise me.
previous Yakuza's had the toy racers, right?
Yakuza Zero had the
Mm-hmm.
boxcar
Yeah.
racing.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything that you found that like caught
Yeah,
your
let's see,
attention
which
in
one
particular?
was it? Well, Onimusha is always gonna be nice, but not from I want to play this, but from this looks really interesting was Out of Words, which was the stop motion handcrafted puppets puzzle platformer.
Oh, okay.
That one looked quite nice.
Can I can I talk about can
That
I talk
kind of gives it a touch of Unravel. Hmm?
can I talk about the game that me and you laughed about? You know the one from the one from yesterday, huh? The one about stealing, right? The one
Just
about stealing.
once, just let's put that after this show because that wasn't shown here in the
Ah,
Summer
okay,
Games Fest
fair enough.
event. That was in another one. Might
Oh,
have been in the
okay.
future games, or it was just a Twitter announcement. I'm not sure. But they also showed the next game from Yacht Club game, Mina the Hollower, which is well, essentially Link's Awakening by them.
Oh, Yacht Club
It's
was that Shovel
Shovel
Knight?
Knight, the Shovel
Ah,
Knight. Yep.
okay.
And this time they bringing a Game Boy Color style to it. Looks very nice.
Oh, what's it called?
Mina the Hollower. Definitely recommend to look at that. I mean, with Shovel Knight they went for the NES limitations, and then this one apparently they're going for the Game Boy Color one.
Oh, oh shit!
Uh
I just realized I have sound. Okay, let me turn that off. Sorry
huh.
about that, guys. Whoops. Oh
So
shit!
that one looked really nice from the trailer, I have to say. Then,
I kind of dig the fact
mhm,
that they're like we're not going to use much more than what the generation that we want to like emulate
mhm,
for our
yeah,
limitations, and we're just going to use that only. That's all. It's like this is a
mhm,
SNES game. That's all we're sticking to in our general theming. This is a GBA game.
mhm,
Well, guess what? It's going to
yep.
be we're sticking to it.
Mhm.
God, I wish
I think
GBA
that's
games
nice
looked that
because
good.
uh, not GBA, that's Game Boy Color more. Because
GBC. I'm sorry. Yeah, GBC. That's
GBA
GBC.
games were SNES essentially by the
Yeah,
looks.
this is a
Could do more there,
Game Boy
but
Color.
yeah, I mean, I like that they do stuff like this because having limitations gives you more a bigger impetus on being creative on how you to circumvent them or how to use those limitations to your advantage.
Yeah.
And
God,
let's see what did we have
God,
there.
I wish a lot. I wish
Mecha
the
Break
game
is
would.
obviously gonna be nice. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, we had season 3 for Street Fighter 6. That was a funny reveal trailer.
Oh yeah, Batista. Why? Why was that a thing? That's such a goofy way to. They really
Hmm.
did put this man in fucking makeup and costumes for this shit.
Yeah,
They
especially
had
for Ingrid.
yeah, they had him in a Fang. Was it Fang? It was Viper. They had him in a Viper
Yep.
outfit with like the suit and everything. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, why?
Yeah. And Sagat.
Yeah. Oh, and Alex when he has like
Yeah, Alex. Yeah,
red,
that was the
the red.
first one.
Yeah.
Alex, Sea Viper, Ingrid, and Sagat.
But why?
The
Why?
characters for
Why?
the next season. Sagat is gonna be the first one.
I really do want to be
Mm-hmm.
a fly on a wall at the Street
Hmm.
Fighter headquarters. I really want to know. I want to
Uh-huh.
know
Why
who
like this?
yeah, who or what drugs
Mm-hmm.
or what y'all was doing, what was on your minds when you came up with that? Because I don't think a normal person could have. I'm gonna say it. I don't think you
Mm,
did.
yeah, but overall, yep. I mean, some decent things. I mean, Code Vein 2, Atomic Heart 2. That could be decent. Looked interesting, but overall, I actually have to say the besides some of the highlights, overall the state of play was better in terms of hits to misses.
Yeah,
Run.
yeah, I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, because they also showed stuff like the Ninja Gaiden Ragebound again and things like that, so that was nice as well. But yeah, but it was yep. Those uh those highlights definitely helped the show quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, and not everything can be hits, but sheer amount of hits out of the PlayStation show, they really, they had their assignment, and
Mm-hmm.
they came with the goods. I will give them that, because I will say, state of play historically hasn't always been all that great.
Mm-hmm.
They've
Yep.
gotten better. They have certainly gotten better
Mm-hmm.
since they
Yeah.
started doing
And
it.
and I think this time it was because they were banking on third-party stuff and didn't show their own stuff. I think that helped.
Mm, yeah, I don't think PlayStation has anything in the pipe, like, exclusively, do they?
Nothing that's ready to show at the moment. No.
Yeah, they don't have anything in the pipe right now exclusively that they could,
I
like,
mean, they
put.
could have shown the next Last of Us remaster or remake or stuff like that. I mean, we're about due for the next one, aren't we?
Oh God, can we? Come
Or
on,
maybe they should
guys.
have show the PS5 remastered.
We don't we don't need that. That's not. I appreciate the enthusiasm and the gusto, but we don't need that. That's not necessary. We can go without it. We don't need to do this again. All right. I've seen. I'm tired of
I think
seeing The Last of
the
Us
first
on the
God of
front
War didn't have a
page.
remaster yet.
Oh, don't tempt them. Don't tempt them. They'll do it. I'm
Fair enough.
surprised that we haven't seen a 2016 God of War remaster for PS5 yet. Gotta cash in. It's
Mhm.
been 9 years since. Gotta just long enough to
Yep.
do a remake. Yeah, gotta keep God of War this in the mental zeitgeist. Yeah,
Hmm.
don't do that. Don't give them ideas, because they might fucking do it.
Yep. Now with more voice lines for the NPCs that follow you.
Uh, yeah. I mean, look, I don't think Mimir is. I think Mimir might have been one of the better times that you have, like, a
Hmm.
character follow you around and, like, spout random shit at you. But even when it's good, that doesn't mean you want more of it. Like, no,
I mean, with
don't.
Mimir, it kind of makes sense with what kind of character he is, but I mean more like that whole thing that they took a bit too far in the second God of War with the NPCs that follow you, just solving the puzzles for you.
Oh, yeah. What? No, no, don't do that. Stop that. Don't do
Yeah.
that. Don't do that. It's not nice. Don't do that. We don't.
Mm.
I'm playing the game. I don't need you to. If I if I wanted somebody to play the game for me, I'd give the controller to somebody else. Don't do that. Don't
Yeah.
play the game
I
for
want
me.
to
Stop
solve the
that.
puzzles on my own. I want to earn the loot on my own, and that
Yeah.
gives us the perfect segue to what you wanted to talk about.
Oh, yeah, loot. Okay. Listen, guys. Listen. I am all for feeling seen and represented. I have nothing against that. And I'm not even here to badmouth the game. I'm not. I'm not here to do that. That's not, you know what? I can't make a
Mhm.
video game. Okay? I can't do that. So I know where I stand. I just want to say, though, when this was shown to me, my first thought was, really? You really you really want to do it? You really want to do this? Okay. I'd like to introduce to you all the game in question, Relooted, an African futurist heist game where you reclaim real African looted artifacts from Western museums. Ugh.
Yep.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna say it. The trailer
Hmm.
is good. I think they did a great job with the trailer. As a trailer, it's good. That that's about the
Yeah,
best
yeah.
as
It
a
showed
show
mostly gameplay, a
as a
little bit of
show
character interaction.
as a showing of the game, fantastic.
Yeah.
But oh boy, was that comment section on YouTube fucking brutal. Woo. Yikes, that
I mean,
was.
I don't know how many games there are that are developed in South Africa or in Africa in general, but this is what you decide to have as a high profile game from there. All right. I hope you're
Hey,
prepared for what's coming.
hey,
The
you know what?
internet is not gonna pull punches.
Hey, hey, you know what? Shoot your shot. That's all I'm gonna say. Shoot your shot.
Eh,
Shoot your shot. I don't even doubt that the game. I think the game will probably be good for what it is.
Yep.
I, I'm gonna
I
go
mean,
out.
from what it looked like, it
I,
could.
I think,
It looked competent enough as
yeah.
a. I don't know what it's gonna be
It's one of
overall,
those
but certainly
running
a
games, right? What's
run.
it? Yeah. What are they called?
Yeah.
I forget what they're called. Auto runners? I don't think it'll be an auto
It
run.
might be one of those. Might be, yes. Elements of that might be in there. True. Yeah. It looked kind of like that, but might be something like that. Yeah, where you're just automatically running and have to avoid obstacles and the like. But
So,
there's also a bit more to it apparently because there was stuff like there was a character that had to open the door that was closed and stuff like that. But we'll see. It might be a competent game, but I hope their PR person is prepared.
yeah, I wish y'all the best. I really do. I wish y'all the best.
Mm,
Also,
yep.
before I end this show, the next Tales
Mhm.
Remastered project to be announced this summer. So,
Yeah. Finally. I'm interested in which one it's gonna be.
give me a second. Give me a sec. I'm gonna call it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna fucking call it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna call it. Put me on record,
All
ladies
right.
and gentlemen, because I'm about to make history. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Mhm.
I'm about to make history. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say it. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Tales of Destiny.
Hmm.
You were,
Okay.
you were thinking I was gonna say Zillia, and I was going to initially, but you know what?
Mhm.
I'm a, I'm a manifest. I'm a manifest this into reality.
Mhm.
It's gonna be Tales of
Mhm.
Destiny.
Mhm.
I'm manifesting Tales of Destiny into reality,
All
whether you like it or not.
right.
I hope I manifest fucking hard enough. But
I see. That's gonna be the first time I play that, so that's fine by me.
I'm manifesting Tales of Destiny. Worst case scenario, we just get Zillia, and I won't be that
Mhm.
upset either way. But I'm manifesting Destiny.
Mhm.
I'm manifesting Tales of Destiny into
What would you
existence.
say if it's Abyss?
Ooh, I hadn't considered Abyss.
Mhm.
I hadn't even thought about. Ooh, I'd be okay with that
Mhm.
because
Okay.
we haven't had Abyss. We haven't had anything with Abyss since like the 3DS. The
Yep.
3DS version was the last time we
Mhm.
had anything Abyss related. So,
Mhm.
ooh, I hadn't. Ooh, okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I think you might be right. I hate it, but I think you might be right. I
Let's
feel
see.
like
I mean,
I
it
feel
wasn't my idea. I just saw comments on that, but I mean, might
because
might obviously also
the
just be Zelia, the first one. We'll see.
The Tales producer has previously said that the Bandai Namco
Mhm.
intends to provide remastered Tales titles fairly consistency and intends to continue doing
Mhm.
so as much as possible. So
Mhm.
great. I love it. Please.
Yep.
Please let's bring some of these
Definitely.
older games to the forefront. You know, you guys gave us
Mhm.
graces, which I am thankful for. You know, I said
Yes.
thank you
Definitely.
for getting graces onto current
Mhm.
platforms. But let's get the
Mhm.
rest of them here. Let's get the rest of them
Yes.
here. and maybe announce the next Tales game. I want to know what the next Tales game you guys have planned.
Yep. Yeah,
I want
that's
to see it.
about time for
I want
that
to I
as
want
well. Yeah.
I want to see it. I want to see the next Tales game. All right.
Hmm.
I'm about to finish
For sure.
Berseria. Give me something new on my plate. Please
Hmm.
and thank you. I think
I mean,
that's
you still
all.
have another game. Still have another game on your plate after that.
Ah, yeah,
After this
Zisteria.
area, you have to go to Zisteria.
I do have to. Yeah, everyone I've talked to
Hmm.
has told me that my next one needs to be Zisteria. Like, you have to do Zisteria. I'm like, you have to. It's a requirement. He's like the two games go together. You can't jump around. You gotta do that one next. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm doing that one fucking next. Jesus Christ. Everyone's like, you have to do this one next. I'm like, all right, I got it. I got you.
And
I got you.
the interesting thing is, originally we went to that the other way around.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
Syria
because
came
this carrier
first,
came
and then
first.
people played Berseria. I think the only thing we knew is that there's a time frame of 10,000 years in between, but besides that, we didn't know anything until we played the game.
Ah. Well, I'll have to go do that then. But other than that,
Hmm.
I don't think there's anything else I can mention. The show's still kind of going on anyway, so there's really
Yeah, there's
not
still
much.
stuff going on, and the Xbox event is currently going on, and PC gaming show is probably also still going. So, yep.
You know,
If there's
I
something good,
always,
then we're gonna mention that next time.
I always know when there's like new stuff being when
Hmm.
there's like new announcements because I follow FGS Future Game Show, like the
Hmm.
channel,
Hmm.
because one of the
Okay.
hosts is a host from a different channel I watch, and that he
Hmm.
started that channel. He started Future Game Show, and that's kind of like been his
Ah,
thing.
okay.
So
So is that channel the one that does the Future Games show that's going on?
I believe
That
so.
was had
Yeah,
an event here. Okay. All
yeah.
right.
So I
Yeah,
know
because the
because
Future Game Show was, I think, two of the hosts, the two hosts were also from Critical Role.
so they
Hmm.
I know because every time I do a show like this,
Hmm.
my feed gets flooded with trailers
Hmm.
for games that got
Yeah.
announced from games they want to like. Because a big part of the FGS channel, they like to show off games that maybe
Hmm.
aren't going to get a lot of play, like show off lesser
Hmm.
known things or just interesting new games that get. They
Hmm.
call them deep cuts. You know, like games maybe you haven't
Hmm.
heard about or games you just haven't thought to look at. Like
Yeah.
for instance, there's a Joe and Mac retro collection
Yep.
that was announced at
Yep.
Future Game
The
Show.
three S games. Hmm.
Would I have known that without seeing that on my feed? Probably fucking not, but it's a thing. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I just have the general game trailers channel in my subscription list, so that also floods my subscription inbox with stuff every time a show happens.
yeah, that'll do it.
Mm.
Anyways, everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this show. There's been a lot of new games and
Mm.
new things to be excited about. CD's probably going to
Yep.
have to let me know how the Switch 2 plays out. I'm more interested to know how like
Hmm.
games that were for the Switch play out on the Switch 2. Like
Better.
this. Oh, better,
Better.
better.
They have improved performance. You don't even need patches. The performance is improved since it's not one-to-one hardware emulation. Since they make
Ah,
it as a software translation. The game trailers had a video on not game trailers. Digital Foundry had a video on that with Arkham Knight. That was a terrible port for the Switch One, and the frame rate is pretty steady 30 now with the Switch Two.
oh,
So hardware wise, it brute forces stuff like that. No problem.
yeah.
The game itself is a shit port, but performance-wise, you get good improvement. Performance-wise, in games, you get good improvements with that. So anything you have a problem with on the Switch One, you probably are gonna have a better time with on the Switch Two in terms of
There
performance.
was a video that leaked of
Hmm.
Scarlet and Violet. Someone was showing off Scarlet and Violet footage
Hmm.
off the Switch 2 without any
Uh-huh.
patches. and it looked
Mm-hmm.
insane. It looked insane. I was like, oh, okay, damn.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, that's
Mm-hmm.
without the patch. All that tells me is,
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, like, because if you're just gonna, like, I guess brute forcing it isn't a bad thing
Mm-hmm.
either, right? Because like we saw that with like,
Yeah.
I think I mentioned how like a Dragon on like PS4 and Xbox One, um,
Mm-hmm.
the load times were kind of a little bit ridiculous. A little time
Mm-hmm.
a little long, but
Mm-hmm.
Shadow played that game without the without the updated, without the new version, just the PS
Mm-hmm.
the original version on the Xbox Series X. Bro, those load
Mm-hmm.
times were like that, and that
Yep.
that there wasn't even a patch. That shit just was like instant loading,
Mm-hmm.
instantaneous.
Yeah,
So
load times are also gonna be better with on the CPU, given that you have much faster storage there.
yeah, that'll probably do it too. So,
Mm-hmm.
anyways, everybody, as always, you can find our show on a variety of platforms such as Apple, Google, and Spotify. And you can find the video show every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. I have way too much stuff I still have to get done. I still haven't got my video done for today. I have not gotten that done.
Ah.
Actually, I am.
Hmm.
I'm a little bit. I won't say behind. I just haven't gotten to it, so I'll do it
Mm-hmm.
now, and then I'll be stuck playing video games with some of my friends for a bit because I've been canceling on them for the last like 2 weeks. So, whoopsie.
Ah. Ah.
Anyways, everybody, hope you've all enjoyed. Play video games. We have too many games out there, and I know you still have a backlog. I know you didn't clear your backlog in the last 2 weeks. Don't fucking sit there and act like you have. You have not cleared your goddamn backlog. All right? Stop
Okay.
buying games and
Gonna
finish
have
the ones
double
you have.
now.
Finish what you have. All right? You don't need that game on sale. You don't need it. You don't need it. Don't buy it. All right? Have some self control. Pick a game off your shelf you haven't played and fucking win. Beat that shit. Till then, guys, we'll see you next time.
See ya.
I should talk, right? Don't
Mhm.
don't buy. I should talk. Right?
Takes one to know one.
Yeah, I should talk. I'm the guy with the back.
Say,
Me
do as I
calling people.
say, not as I do.
Yeah. I hate it. I hate it. It's valid advice. I just hate it because I felt I don't like being like do as I say, don't as I do. Don't be like me. Be better. Be better than me because I know you're better than me. Also, CD, thank you for pointing out about the artwork for Dragon
Mhm.
Quest. I did not know that Dragon Quest artwork was
Mm.
two different
Oh, okay.
sets of artwork. It was like one combined
Ah, okay.
set of
hmm
artwork. I just saw the artwork for the 1 and 2, and I'm
hmm
like, ooh, this artwork is cooking. And then
Yeah, I
and then you were
remember
like,
that from the reveal.
and then
From
you
I
were
think it
like,
was
you're
in the
like, oh,
Nintendo
it's
Direct.
like, and there's the other half of the whole, and I'm like, excuse me.
hmm Yep. That's from what I remember how they revealed it on the Nintendo Direct, I think it was. When they first announced DQ3 HD and then zoomed the artwork out and then added the DQ1 and 2 HD on there, which was a really nice touch.
Good shit. Good.
It was a really nice reveal. Mm.
Good shit. And there.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I think about it. Oh, I was thinking to myself, it's like it took them forever to get DQ3 HD remaster like out the door,
Mm-hmm.
right? But
Took
now
quite
I
a while,
think
yeah.
about it, it makes it makes
Mm-hmm.
sense now that like they can announce this and they have a release date out the gate because they probably have done most of all the development work,
Mm-hmm.
in a general sense to get
I
like the
mean, the
framework
engine
done.
is there. The
Yeah,
engine is there. The battle system, etc. It's all there. And then, yeah, they've probably been developing this a bit in parallel.
good shit. So many good
Mm.
fucking video. I don't have money for all this shit. Man. I can't. I got Trails into the Sky coming out. I want to play because I don't have
Mhm.
self control. I want it. Uh, I don't have time for all this shit, dude. How am I gonna find time? Where's the time? Who has time? I don't have time. I have one of my
Hmm.
friends is like, oh, I downloaded Dragon Age Veilguard because it was free and I wanted something to play. And one of my other friends in the chat was one of my friends in that Discord were like, don't, no. He's like, it doesn't cost me anything. He's like, it costs you your time. That's worse.
Mm-hmm.
He's like,
Yep.
it cost you your
Yep.
time.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, it also
You don't
cost
want to
you.
invest that time in there.
Yeah, it can't. He's like, it's free. It can't be that bad. It's like, no, it. I mean, I, I'm not one to talk. I'm not one to say anything, but I guess it depends on your level of punishment you're willing to accept, right? Like, how much punishment are you willing to, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you don't you don't think your time is worth anything, then go ahead, play it. I guess.
If you really just
You
want to
don't
like
want to
what.
value your own time.
I mean, they certainly didn't value our time when they released that shit. So I don't.
Okay.
They didn't value our time apparently. Oh
Hmm.
goodness. Is there anything? Dude, I'm telling you, man. I'm fucking telling you. They have
Hmm.
got to fucking stop with all these fucking. Have you heard about about this game called Mind's Eye, or at least the shit around it? It's
Mm-hmm.
oh, that's
Yep.
such an interesting. That's such an interesting kid. I can't wait to see what that looks like when it actually releases.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see
Yep.
what this looks like when they actually have to release it. If they release it,
Mm-hmm.
they have to release it. I mean, you
I mean,
heard
it's
about
just like
you heard about their
it's
press only thing they did online, right? Where they had like they had like out like press like on like a Zoom call or whatever, and they showed them like streamed
and
footage of the game, but they
okay.
couldn't play it. The press couldn't play it,
Ah.
but they showed them
Ah.
like streamed footage, and they had to God
Uh-huh.
mode through a section because they couldn't beat it.
Huh. Okay. No, I hadn't that part I hadn't heard about. That's okay. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what that's gonna be like
I
on
I
release.
I need to
Yeah.
know what this looks like when it comes out
Mm.
because
Yeah.
I'm not one to be like, oh, they're because here's the thing, right? I'm past the point
Mm-hmm.
of going like, oh, they don't like if they don't give the game to press, I
Mm-hmm.
don't instantly go, oh, the game's bad or they're hiding something. I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
in the business. I don't know.
But
There
it's
might
but
there
it's
might
a
be
bit of
reasons.
a red flag.
It's
But
not
it's a
a
bit of a
good
red flag.
it's not a good
Mm-hmm.
look, obviously, to like to not
Mm-hmm.
send your game out to the press, but it's not an
Yeah.
instant like you know what I mean? It's not an instant like I'm worried. What
Mm-hmm.
would worry me though is if the press
Mm-hmm.
never ever gets a chance to physically play the game ever leading up to
Mm-hmm.
launch.
Yep.
We're talking even at press shows, they don't even get a chance behind closed doors to try the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is when
Yeah.
I go,
Mm-hmm.
that's not great. That's not. I
Yeah.
don't like that.